Hi everyone, welcome if you're new, welcome if you are returning. My name is Lindy and this is Much Love Tarot. Welcome everyone. So today we're going to be looking at your no contact situation. What's going on? What are their thoughts and feelings towards you in this situation? Um, and just see what comes up for you. Quick reminder that down in the description box below you'll find my email address. If you would like to book private readings with me, send me an email. I'll get back to you with all the information that you need to know about that. Also in the description box you'll find my Linktree link. If you go over there you'll find my TikTok where I go live every now and then, as well as my personal Instagram. You'll also find, for anyone that feels generous and would like to donate to the channel, you'll find there my PayPal donations as well as my Amazon wishlist if you would like to donate a deck to the channel. Let's just go over the piles for today and see, what's what. So pile number 1, your no contact situation, you are going to be card number 34 with Spark for pile number 1. Pile number 2, you are going to be card number 7 with Into the Unknown for pile 2. And pile number 3, you are going to be card number 16 with Rescue for pile number 3. So if you need some time to figure out which pile belongs to you, then pause the video here, and otherwise I will talk to you guys in your reading. Hi pile number 1, so if you chose card number 34 with Spark, then this is going to be your reading today. So your no contact situation, what are their thoughts and feelings towards you? And maybe something else that pops up, but let's just take a look. So pile number 1 with Spark, their no contact situation, that person's thoughts and feelings towards pile number 1. Let's see, some popped up in the deck. Let me gather everything and let's take a look. So we have the Magician, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Star, the Fool, Temperance, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this no contact situation, what are their thoughts and feelings towards you? I feel like to start off that they do see it as like a potential friendship, because you have the Star, which is having high hopes for the future, and then the Three of Cups to me is like a good friendship base, having friends. For some of y'all there might be like a third party involved as well, but at the same time you have the Magician, which like they have been okay. For some of you, I'm seeing clearly that this is a situation where you have had contact with this person. Maybe you were friends, but something very major happened where they were like, okay, I need to manifest some me time, some alone time, this new cycle, new beginning. Nine of Wands, very defensive energy where they don't want to be defensive, you know? So the only solution to that is them having no contact with you. I feel like with the Spark that there is still something between the two of you, but they clearly decided, no, I need to listen to my own intuition, take a step back, and deal with this hurt and this pain. Doesn't have to necessarily have to do with you, the pain that is here, but they do need a little bit, because underneath the deck, underneath the Queen of Pentacles, you also have the Four of Swords, which talks about taking a break, taking some time off on your own to figure everything out, and trying to get back into balancing your own life. Where, like I said, for some of you, that can also mean that they are dating other people. For those of you where you have never had like that friendship, I feel like they do see the possibility or situation being there that could be that they see that there could be like a friendship base here. But right now, again, they are very focused on their own hurt, on recovering, on finding balance. So self focused at the moment that they can come across a little bit as cold, um, non approachable, very defensive. Where at this time, I feel like that no contact situation is something that they would like to um, keep the way that it is right now, so that they have time to focus on themselves. We do have the star and the magician, so I do see high hopes for the future. Um, where when they have done all the healing, that they are more open to at least have like a friendship thing, because there is this thing, this spark between the two of you that they also sense. But they're too focused on self at this moment, is kind of what I'm feeling with this for you guys. um, let's take a look. So, pal number one, your person's thoughts and feelings towards you and this no contact situation. We have answers. So, for some of you, like I said, they are looking for answers, looking within themselves, healing themselves, um, as well as that time apart might also give them the answers for about like you and them, that connection, the spark that is there. But they really, really need some time to go within and find the answers that they're looking for. We also have happiness. So definitely this no contact situation to them is for their ultimate happiness, for becoming a happier person. It might seem weird when I say in the same breath that they do see possibility with you, but I feel like they just need this time for themselves to figure everything out, figure out their answers, what it is that they want, but also what is it that brings in their happiness. And them understanding that this is for their ultimate happiness bringing. We also have home. So wanting to, I just feel very like I feel like I could keep just repeating myself, because like the base of it is that this person is very much focused on building their foundation, their home, having that structure of a foundation ready to build upon, to find, to evolve later on. So I feel like their feelings towards this no contact isn't a bad thing. I think this is like opportunities for them to learn about themselves, to grow, to heal that hurt and pain that's going on within them, and to give them the space to have that focus on self, have that space to really, really figure everything out. And we also have them lighten your load. Again, like I said, I feel like I'm just gonna repeat myself, because I feel like this is basically all that they're thinking and feeling. They don't see it as a bad thing. It's something that they might even feel necessary, so that they don't even like hurt you, or mess things up, or they just need this time to focus on self and really figure out, trust their intuition, really figure out what the next step should be. I feel like this is going to turn into a very short reading for you guys, because I don't see all too many like complicated feelings that they're having about this no contact situation. Let's see, we also have the chaser. Chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues, as well as wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So yes, maybe they even need, I don't know, I feel like one of the two in this connection is the chaser at this moment. It's not an equal partnership. It's very codependent. One is chasing and the other one is running. And I feel like there needs to be more of a balance and them taking that time out to get their shit in order so that either they're not the chaser or they're not the one running away as well. We do have wedding rings, so they do see a possible union here. I'm more leaning towards you guys were involved or you were on like speaking terms, but then all of a sudden that got cut off, or maybe you guys were even dating, or situationship. um if you're in a situation where you have never been on like talking terms or never been in a relationship, then this might not be your pile. Because I'm more leaning towards that side of it, where they do see the union again, the spark and the connection that is between the two of you as well. And then kind of just like figuring it out. What is it that they, like I said, working through those fears and those abandonment issues maybe as well. Maybe they have the opposite where it's like commitment issues. Let's take a look for pile number 1, your person's thoughts and feelings. We have palm tree with stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. I think that's what they're like working on, wanting to become that person, become that tree that you can lean on as well. That's stability, security. And we also have heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. That's with that 10 of swords as well. Very, very hurt, heartbroken. Look at that. At the bottom, we have the runner. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So this is like the couple, right? One of them is chasing, the other one is running away. So for some of you, this is where you rejected them maybe as well. They're still overcoming that, still working through that, and still, yeah, in that state of grief as well. For others of you where they were the runner and you're the heartbroken one, just because you are heartbroken does not mean that they are not, because I feel like they also see that and it also breaks their heart that they run away. But I feel like they just need the time to work things out for themselves, focus on themselves. I feel like they do see still the potential here of the relationship, because there is still that spark and that soul connection. Okay, let's see what else. Pile number 1 is no contact situation, their thoughts and feelings towards you, and this no contact situation. Let's see, some flipped out in the deck. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have comfort zone and clinging. Again, with the chaser. One of the two is very clingy towards the other, not wanting to let go, not being able to breathe even. We also have fulfillment and wish. I feel like that's what they're working on in this no contact situation. Yes, they are missing. Yes, they understand that there is this clinginess. But they're very much working on what it is that they want, because I feel like those wedding rings is what they want. We also have disharmony with triggers and conflict, them working on their triggers, recognizing their triggers. I feel like they're like realizing everything. We also have avoidance and stalemate. So for some of you, like I said, where they are implementing the avoidant, the no contact, so I see different stages where for some of y'all, they're working really hard. For others of you, this has just happened. They're still a bit in that triggering energy, that avoidant energy, but also not like it's stalemate. So they're not working on themselves as well. You know, there's a no contact, but nothing is happening. At the bottom, we have present, abundant, and gratitude, as well as distant and retreat or time out. With that no contact, yes. Underneath that, you have rebirth with winter. So I definitely feel that this connection is something that will return, come back, open for like conversation. later, but at the moment they need a timeout. They need to live in the present, work through their triggers, work through the hurt that they have been through all their life, or like what has been building up as well, um, in order to have that wish fulfillment. And I think that they are realizing that they need this time out, they need this distance. For some of you, it can be physical distance as well, that this is a long distance connection. But for others of you, it's just them needing that time out, that break. But I definitely feel that even though they are at the moment very focused on self, that they do see that focusing on self at this moment will be for the better, for the greater good of this connection as well. Because you have wedding rings here. Their ultimate happiness is what they have in store, and that there's still a spark between the two of you as well. So yeah, just give, I kind of, if I can give some advice, I would say let's give them some time to figure this out. Work on yourself as well, because we have the runner, but we also have the chaser. So within this right now, one of the two is definitely the runner and the other is definitely the chaser. And both of those are toxic triggers, toxic patterns of behavior. So while they give the time to work on themselves as well, you work on your side of this this two-way path as well. You know, one of the two is very clingy, the other one is like very standoffish, very cold-hearted as well. So you take the time as well to reflect, not just project, but also reflect on self as well. Live in the present, and work through your triggers while this person works on theirs. And I feel like then the future might come back together again for this. And even if you are like, I'm never gonna get back together with this person, then at least you will learn the lessons of the chaser and the runner as well, you know, so that in the next relationship you can bring these lessons there and you will not end up in that situation again. So yes, I am gonna leave the reading here for you guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. Let me know in the comments down below, like how far along the path you are with this person. Like this video if you enjoyed watching it. Also subscribe if you haven't already. That's very helpful for me. Also hit that notification bell if you would like to get a notification every time a new video is up. In the meantime, go kick ass. Go focus on whatever you need to focus on. You got this. Like, this is, you know, I think this is a good step as well. So yes, go kick ass. Hopefully I will talk to you guys again in the next reading. Hi, pile number 2. So if you chose card number 7 with Into the Unknown, then this is going to be your reading today. So let's just take a look. Your no contact situation, your person's thoughts and feelings towards you, and this no contact situation. So let's just see what comes up. So pile number 2. Your person's thoughts and feelings towards you and this no contact situation. Let's see what comes up right now. What we have so far. Let's see. So first off, we have the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Emperor. So let's see what else. Pile number 2, their no contact situation, their person's thoughts and feelings towards pile number 2. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the Tower. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Cups. Okay, so I feel like this is a situation, again, I think I got this with pile number 1 as well, where there might have been a relationship here, but all of a sudden, or a situationship, or some type of contact between the two of you, and all of a sudden they're kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say like ghosted, but it kind of abruptly came to an end and came to this no contact situation that you're in. I feel like with the Two of Cups, they definitely see that there is this hard to explain connection between the two of you. With that into the unknown as well. I feel like this was a connection that one, they were not expecting. Two, it was very like not knowing, like they've never felt like this for anyone before. And that's scary because it's unknown, into the unknown, feeling like blindfolded. Um, which can be very, very scary. On top of that, you have the King and Queen of Pentacles, so there might have been some um, communication issues or differences, or just that you guys were like polar opposites or very different in ways of thinking, in ways of doing. The Five of Cups, very much still grieving as well, going through it. Four of Cups, very contemplating what to do, very much still like you and this connection is very much still occupying their thoughts. Um, but I feel like things happen very, very quickly to the point where they're not sure how this escalated so quickly as well, and that this is the outcome to that. I feel like it caught them a little bit off guard as well. But at the same time, I feel like if this person decided to have a no contact situation with you, I feel like they made that decision because of the greater good, because they thought it wouldn't work out, you would only hurt each other even more. So they decided, even though it's not something that they necessarily wanted, it was for the best of the both of y'all to have that no contact situation. If it's the other way around, I feel like they understand where it is that it's coming from, but there's still, it happened so all of a sudden out of the blue almost, that they're still a bit caught off guard. But yeah, still very, very I feel like this didn't happen that long ago as well. So it's still very much something that's in their head about it, especially with that Two of Cups, that there's such a strong connection pull towards one another, that even though you have a no contact, they still feel that connection there, which might also be a little bit unsettling for them as well. Not sure what to do, or how to move forward from that as well, or how to, you know, because it is unknown territory to them. And I feel like this is a person where if it was something that they could do on their own, like if it's like a dragon they can slay, they would come up with a plan how to do this, how to tackle this, how to, you know, move beyond this. But I feel like they definitely feel this as something out of their hands that they cannot, you know, their feelings are also in your hands then as well. You know, it is working together, and instead of coming together to work together because there are some communication issues or differences, they're like, okay, I don't know what else to do, I cannot communicate with this person, what's the next thing that I can do that's for the greater good. They don't see how they could have done things like differently, you know, to prevent this no contact. And now that there is no contact, it's like, how did we get there? Is there still thinking about, could I have done things differently? Because I feel like at the same time things escalated, like I said, very, very quickly here. So let's see what else. I said this to pile number one as well. If you have a feeling where this is not a situation that you're in with this person, if you haven't been in a situationship, in a relationship, in like a contact situation, and this does not resonate for you, then I feel like this might not be your pile. Feel free to either pick a different pile or pick a different video from my channel about the no contact situations, because I have a couple more videos up. But I'm very strongly feeling that this has been something that just very much escalated from contact to all of a sudden like a no contact as well. Or the whole situation just escalating very, very quickly without them realizing, and now you're there. You know, how does this happen? So, pile number two, your person's thoughts and feelings towards this no contact situation with you. Okay, let's see. We have clarity. We have life purpose. as well as courage. So yes, them right now with this no contact, like I said, very contemplating on what has happened, what could they have done differently. I feel like this definitely give them some clarity, as well as them understanding that this no contact had to happen for them to gain that clarity, one, and two, to figure out maybe their life purpose as well, why this relationship was here, why you feel this very strong connection between them and you, pal number two, as well as finding the courage to maybe do something about it or take the next step, or understanding, or like have the courage to look within for the answers as well. Not just, I feel like this could also be a person that always goes, or not always, but says things like, oh, my exes are all crazy, or putting everything on someone else, what someone else did wrong, what someone else could have done differently, or what someone else should have said, or moved, where no, now they have the clarity and the courage to look within as well. Because I feel like with that Queen of Pentacles, they see you as that very stable, loving, caring person that they thought they always needed, but then it still didn't work out, and them really going over like, why didn't it work out? It was even like a soul connection. So what is going on here? So let's see what else for pile number two, that person's thoughts and feelings towards pile number two and this no contact situation. Let's see. So we also have trust and home. Let me scooch everything up a little bit so it fits. Trust and home. So again, I feel like they do see it as something that needed to happen. Trusting the universe with it as well, for them to create that home. Like, I feel like this just very much opened their eyes to what has happened now with this no contact, where when they were in the thick of it with you, they couldn't see clearly, and now they can see it more clearly. What they did, what they can do differently next time to create, because I feel like they really, really want that home, but it was almost feeling like a little bit self-sabotaging. Like, they weren't really like mature in the way that they thought that they were. And I think they very much reacted emotionally. But let's see what else. Pile number two, your person's thoughts and feelings towards this no contact situation. So let's see what we have. First off, we have karmic relationship. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. So yes, you could also be a karmic partner with that Two of Cups here as well, where a karmic partner or a twin flame, they're like not just lessons that they need to learn, but also it can be a little bit of a mirror, that you showed them that they're not that mature, that there is still a lot that they need to learn, that they're not perfect. Changes needed to happen as well. And that triggered a little bit of those behaviors. We also have love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So there might be an ending to this no contact situation. Like I said, them realizing that you are a karmic partner, that they still care and see you and learning the lessons that they had. Not today. Not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, or person, boundaries, still angry. So even though that is a love call is coming in, it says not today. They are still working on it. They are still going through the thick of it, still trying to figure it out. So don't try to reach out to them as well. They will reach out to you with that love call. It's just not going to be today. It might take a little bit more time for them to get over with this. We have the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Like I said, right now is not the day. It's not going to be today. For some of y'all, it might even be that they're like, okay, this is the lesson, the karmic lesson that I needed to learn. but they understand that like right now it's an ending, it is over, the love is very much still here. So I feel like that's a little bit where they get confused as well, because they still feel that very deep connection to you. I feel like at the moment they just see it as that they feel that way because the lesson hasn't been learned yet. They're still going through that karmic lesson that they need to learn. I feel like when they do, and realize that even though they've learned the lesson, the connection is still there, then they might reach out to you. Um, I feel like with that love co as well, it's just them really working on it, really still thinking of you and wanting to let you know how much they have grown or how much maybe they're thankful of it as well, the lessons. We also have seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. Like I said, for some of you, they might be dating someone else in the meantime as well. For others of you, I feel like with that love co as well, that they're not really sure whether or not it's just like attraction at the moment with that karmic thing. But at the same time, with seduction, they are dating other people, are attracted to other people for fun or for realsies. Um, but yeah, and we also have as the last one the heart with a key. Welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. So I'm getting very like opposite, um, very opposite messages here. Where for some of you, yes, they are working through it, and there might be coming back with like, I'm sorry, I'm just realizing, having the clarity. But whether or not they do, one, you shouldn't be waiting for them. Two, move forward. And three, don't chase them. Let them figure it out. It's up to them to have that love call towards you. And with this as well, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. To me, that can also be them dating other people, being open to love, but just not with you. I feel like with the Grim Reaper is like the death card as well, that there needs to be an ending, a clear ending from both sides, done, not even thinking about getting back together, learning this lesson that you had to learn with this person. Yes, there is a very strong connection still, but going separate ways, learning, maturing, growing separate from each other, and then there might be a possibility for the future of bringing that back together again, but only when the timing is right. And I feel like there's nothing much that you can do to, like, you sending a message to them is gonna have not the effect that you want it to be. I feel like when it's time to get back together or get back on the same route together, the universe will bring you together. And I feel like then it will be like a very, where you're like, I don't know, calling your friends like, do you, like, let me tell you who I run into today, and then you talk about it, and then like you can have a conversation of like how each of you have grown after the relationship and whatnot. But right now there is an ending. The relationship is over, no second chances. So there's no, if there's like, like, have that clear ending with this person, it's done, at least for now. I do see the possibility, like I said, for it to come back in the future, but that happens only when this person is no longer in your head, in your brain, where you're no longer, wanting or expecting that phone call or that no contact to end. So we'll get some final messages for this pile. Let's see. So we have masculine. So they might even be your divine masculine. You could be their divine masculine. Whether or not you are male or female has nothing to do with it. We also have remember and awakening. We have limitations and fears, avoidance, stalemate, seeds and spring, self-worth, expectation, apology, and forgiveness. And at the bottom, we have open and receive. So be open to receive, as well as reflection and projection. So be aware of what it is that you project and reflect, and, take also a look at yourself as well. Be open for new things to come in. You can have memories, remember the past with this person, but again, avoidance, stalemate. So they're not coming forward right now. They're very much focused on their self-worth, um, having lower expectations, higher self-worth as well, so that they don't get triggered as easily. Reflect as well, see what it is that they're projecting, what it is that they're manifesting, working on their fears. There might need so like some type of apology here. For some of you, it might be a call or a message where they apologize, but that's it, to have that ending. For others of you, it can also be having an apology to themselves, having to forgive themselves for what has happened, for what they did. Because the masculine can also be toxic masculinity as well, if that has been an issue between the two of you, them realizing that and working on that as well. But right now, I feel very much them just focusing on self, what it is that they want, and move forward, have that ending, um that clear cut, because I feel like after that the next step is getting clarity on the situation and growing and whatnot. So yes, I am gonna leave the reading here for you guys. I hope it was helpful, I hope it resonated. Please let me know in the comments down below how it did. Like I said, I feel two very different energies here, but definitely let me know. Like the video if you enjoyed watching this. Subscribe if you haven't already, that's very helpful for me as well. Hit that notification bell if you would like to get notifications every time a new video is up. In the meantime, go kick ass. You got this. Have that clear ending, be done with it, move forward, and if they decide to come back, then you'll see when that happens. But yes, go kick ass in the meantime. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and hopefully I will talk to you guys again in the next reading. Hi, pal number 3. So if you chose card number 16 with rescue, then this is going to be your reading today. So we're going to be looking at your no contact situation with your person, their thoughts and feelings towards you. So let's take a look. So pile number 3 with rescue. Your person's thoughts and feelings towards you and this no contact situation. Let's see. So first off, we have the Ace of Cups. Next we have the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess, the Six of Pentacles, and the Empress. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. Okay, for some of you, I'm feeling that they might have like a crush on you, but at the same time, with that Nine of Cups, it is something that they're like okay with the way that it is right now. Five of Cups, I feel very mixed emotions, where there's a lot of emotions here, a lot of feelings, wanting a new start, a new beginning here when it comes to love, maybe contacting you as well. But at the same time, they are very independent, enjoying their independence. But then I feel like there's something that happened where they feel like maybe they've missed their shot with you, missed the opportunity. For some of you, I feel like they are still grieving a previous relationship as well, not wanting to jump in with this with you. So I'm feeling for some of you that this is it. I feel like two very strong like ways. One of the ways is where you have had contact with this person before, maybe have a situationship, maybe a relationship, maybe just like friends talking, and that ended. For others of you, I see a very clear line where there have never really been contact between the two of you, or like friends of friends, or like you've talked on parties but not, you don't have like each other's numbers, or like, you know, in that way as well, where they are intrigued, but at the same time, they're fine with having just this crush on you and not moving it further. Because I feel like something happened with them in their past where they're still grieving, going over, and working through that. And this crush on you is kind of like their rescue, this little fantasy island that they have built that they can visit whenever they want. They can look at you, watch you, adore you, and then when it's back to life, they can like go back, and then they can revisit that like crush feelings. So I feel like this is their comfort zone, this thing that they have created with you. I think you guys are both on different pages as well. Like you want both different things from this thing, this situation. Where I honestly feel that they are perfectly fine with how it is. They're getting something out of this situation as it is still. You know? They're not being persuaded to move forward and contacting you, reaching out to you. I think this is very much still like that comfort zone. They're perfectly fine where it is, where it's going. Because I think this no contact, this... Because I do feel that they have like a crush on you. But I feel like this also like engaging with you then crushes that perfect world that they have created around you. Because then it will get like tested, and that perfect fantasy world might come crushing down as well, where this fantasy world is still giving them something, is still providing like support or rescue to them from their grieving or from everything, or a distraction from what it is that they're going through in their life. So let's see, pile number 3, this no contact situation. What are the person's thoughts and feelings towards you? So we have prosperity as well as clarity. So like I said, I feel like this person, this is just like a coping mechanism. You are almost their coping mechanism, where they are, like I said, they've created this fantasy world that they can visit sometimes if life gets a bit too much. It also, how weird it might sound, gives them like clarity in their day-to-day life as well. Overall, even though there are a lot of feelings here, I don't think they will like reach out to you, because I feel like this is good as it is. We also have inspiration. So I feel like this no contact situation for them is like a win-win situation, you know? And we also have life purpose. So I don't think anything will change. At the bottom of the deck, we have friendship as well. But I don't think they have any intentions of changing it. Yes, there is a lot of feelings, but at the same time, they are perfectly fine where they're at, what's going on in their life. Listening to their intuition. Getting inspired by this as well. It's almost where this might also be like a muse thing. Like if they are like an artist or a painter. Because sometimes you hear those stories of painters that have a muse, but they don't want to meet their muse because that will like humify, become like, the muse will then become like a person, a human, and a muse is someone higher up than a person, you know. So they don't want to meet their muse, or they don't want to, you know, they want to get inspired by them, but don't really want to change anything in their life to meet them or like move forward. Of course there are, because that's something what I'm feeling for like one or two of you, where this person might be a little bit obsessed with you or stalking you. Of course that can like happen, but overall I feel like this is harmless. This is just like a crush that they're having on you. like they don't have any intention to actually do something about it. For some of you, I definitely feel that this is a very creative person and you just inspire them to, like, you know, do something with that. And maybe even find their life purpose by doing so. For, like, if they are a writer or, like I said, a painter, a magician. So let's see what else. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Their no contact situation with that person. What are their thoughts and feelings? Let's see. I think some popped out in the deck. Did it? Anything else? No. Okay, let me get everything together. We have camera with reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. We have coffin, ending brings new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition, as well as karmic relationship, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. We have a healing heart with healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship and addiction, and keys on a ring with many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, and one night stand. So yes, again, I feel like this is just something, a connection that they have just to use to move forward, to move along. I think with that 5 of Cups as well, they are still in that grieving, a healing heart, going over it. They see this as just a karmic relationship, lessons that they had to learn from it, moving forward, healing, new beginnings, to change, grow, transform. And now they're like ready for like new beginnings, new chapters. Let's see what else for pile number 3. Some final messages. What is their person thinking and feeling about pile number 3? Okay, that was that. And then 1 to the ground. Give me a second to pick that up. Let's see. So we have rejection, loss, and fragmented. They have assistant and spirit guides. We have contracts, career, commitments, until depth tear us apart. We have trust, divine time. We have control and tactics. We have integration, union, as well as stability, harmony, and flow. So yes, for some of you, it's them learning to let go of control as well. This is something that's very spirit guided. We also have cosmic and purpose, again, with life purpose. As well as the Ace of Earth with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is very much, and I feel like they see it as well, that this is very much a karmic lesson, something that spirit got on their path at the right time for them to change, maybe let go of control, find their own flow, and stability in life, let go of the past, and to become like a better person in the future, have healthier relationships. But overall, at the moment, I feel like they're still learning from this connection, even though there is a no contact situation. For some of you, I feel like it can be a little bit obsessive. There might be even a restraining order that you have with this person. That's very like the extreme. So be aware of that. But I feel like overall, they are more towards, okay, this is the ending of a cycle, learning from it. For others of you, I feel like they see you as a muse to inspire them to move forward, to learn from. And for some of you, again, this is very like only for a few of you, where I feel like if you're open to it as well, to have like a new start, a new beginning with them, then there is the possibility there for a union. But right now, I feel like it's very distant, looking from a distance with camera as well, like from not wanting to burst the bubble of this dream and seeing the reality behind the person. Um, So yeah, I am gonna leave the reading here for you guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated and made sense. Please let me know if it did down in the comments below. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Subscribe if you haven't already, because that is very, very helpful for me. As well as you can hit the notification bell if you would like to get notified every time a new video is up. In the meantime, go kick ass. Stay safe for you that needs to hear that. And go kick ass. You got this. I feel like this is just a fleeting thing. There is no contact, so I feel like it's like harmless. But yes, hopefully you're having a wonderful, wonderful day, and hopefully I will talk to you guys again in the next reading.